Hello, Zija. Welcome to 2018. I sometimes sit back and can't believe we've already made it to 2018. As many of you know, the beginning of a new year, some of us begin New Year's resolutions. And what I found out this week that I thought was pretty interesting is about 90% of people who have a New Year's resolution give up or abandon it within 2 weeks. So here we are, nearly 3 weeks into the new year, and how many of you, raise your hand, how many of you have set that New Year's resolution and have already abandoned it? There's lots of reasons why that may happen, but today I'm going to give you the tools to be able to be successful in having fitness be a part of your lifestyle. So not only your resolution or your goal, but something you can maintain and continue for the rest of your life to live a healthier life. So the first most important thing is to commit, to make sure you commit to whatever this goal is. We're going to say fitness today. And as we commit, there's a lot of variables and factors that go into that determine whether or not it's going to be a successful venture. So first thing is it realistic? So for those of you who couldn't raise your hand that you have stuck with your New Year's resolution, is it because it wasn't realistic? So if I wanted to lose 20 pounds in a month, is that something that I can really do? Can I commit to the time and the effort and the prepping of my meals, supplementation in order to reach that goal? So being realistic is highly important. Another would be the lifestyle. So making sure it fits with your lifestyle. If you're working 12, 14-hour days, is it realistic for you to be able to fit in an hour and a half workout every day? So committing is huge. If you have let your resolution go, it's okay to recommit and start over. Don't give up. But let's be that 10% of the population, Zija Nation, who sticks to our resolutions. Okay, second thing is creating habits. So research has shown if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit and it's a lot easier to continue to do. So if you chose to maybe at the beginning of the year go to the gym or be active 30 minutes to an hour 6 times a week. If you've done that since the beginning of the year and we're now 3 weeks into the year, it's probably much easier than it was a week or 2 ago. So once we've committed, we want to make sure we create the habits of healthy eating. So we want to meal prep, meaning at the beginning of the week or maybe a couple of times a week, we get all of our meals or the majority of our meals ready for the week rather than waiting until you're hungry. Because if you're anything like me, the moment you're hungry, what do? If there aren't healthy options around, you grab whatever's available. So let's try to prevent that by being prepared. So one thing I do every day, I have all my supplements for the day every morning ready to go. In my car with me, whether I'm at home or I go to work or I'm running errands, I always have my supplements. So I've got my Ripsticks Hydrate, I've got my pre-workout in case I go to the gym, even though I'm not planning to go to the gym until later. I've got my plant-based protein and my blender bottle always handy in my trunk so that if I run into a glitch somewhere or I'm stuck somewhere for several hours, I've got a meal ready. So planning and creating habits. Third thing is accountability. So tracking your progress is important. Why? Because it's so easy to, on the weekends you'll hear this from many people. On Sunday, what do we say? Oh, I'll start my diet tomorrow. I'll start my workout plan tomorrow. But if you're accountable with a friend or a coach or a spouse or even yourself in tracking your progress, maybe you're taking down your inches every week or your weight, or you have a food diary of what you're actually consuming, which supplements you're taking and why. Very important to be accountable to someone, especially yourself, in being successful. And the last thing is my very favorite, is reward. You've got to reward yourself. So not necessarily once you've reached your goal, but also the little steps in between, because it takes baby steps to get to the point of total success or achievement. So some of the smaller rewards you can give yourself, take 1 or 2 or even 3 days off a week from the exercise or the activity that you're doing, whether it's cycling, maybe you're swimming, you're involved with some type of recreational basketball. Take a break. Cheat meals. Have 1 to 2 cheat meals per week. Reward yourself for all the hard work that you did. I would say anything above 90%, so between 0 and 10% of cheating is healthy. It also helps regulate your hormones to allow some of those naughty foods into our system. But I certainly wouldn't take a full cheat day. Some people mix up cheat meal and cheat day. We don't want to take a full day or you completely sabotage all of your results. So just a couple of meals per week. Also, I would say to reward yourself with buying that supplement, that essential oil, or those beauty products that you've had your eye on and you haven't quite indulged because the holidays, we were giving and thinking of others. Well, now it's time for you. So take that moment to reward yourself by achieving your goals for purchasing something for yourself. I would love to hear what your goals are, what your New Year's resolutions are, whether you've committed yet or not, and let's have some dialogue about what works or what doesn't. If you have tips in addition to what I've shared, we would love to hear. Have a great day, Zija.